Hello everyone, this is Maurice Ross. This is my legal rant of the day. So first of all, my condolences go out to the family of Charlie Kirk, his wife and his children, who apparently were present when he was shot and killed. This appears to have been a political assassination. I disagree with Charlie Kirk on just about everything. But there is no excuse whatsoever or justification for political violence. That is now not how we debate issues in a democracy. In a democracy, we use the ballot box to debate and decide issues of public policy. We do not use guns. Having said that, it is indeed ironic that Charlie Kirk would be the victim of a shooting. Charlie Kirk, a young man, was a Second Amendment absolutist. He opposed gun control at every turn. And he argued that the Second Amendment had to be broadly construed. It is indeed ironic that Charlie Kirk was killed by a gun in what appears to be a political assassination, having for years attempted to protect the right of people to maintain and possess guns in public. Now Mr. Kirk is the victim of an inexcusable, outrageous shooting. That being said, I must tell you, I've been practicing law for 45 years, and I fully understand the instinct that most people have for self-defense. I grew up in Missouri, where possession of a gun was important. Even in my backyard, we had snakes and we had dangerous animals, raccoons and others, and young boys needed to be trained about how to defend themselves, and guns play a critical role in self-defense. But guns are for self-defense. Guns are not supposed to be offensive weapons in the hands of citizens. They're not supposed to be used for political violence. And I must tell you, I've concluded the problem is the guns. I've traveled all over the world. Traveled to Europe, Israel, Middle East, Asia. The United States has more problems with gun shootings than any nation in the world, than any industrialized advanced nation. And it's because of the Second Amendment extremists like Charlie Kirk. It is just simply unreasonable, given the evidence we have concerning mass shootings, that people oppose strong, important gun regulation, gun licensing. No one wants to take away your guns. But this individual should not have been able to carry a gun on campus at this university in Utah where he could kill Charlie Kirk. The good news is that the courts are getting the message. And I want to report today on an important decision of the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals that issued last week. The case was Benjamin Schoenthal versus Kwame Raoul. It was decided September 2, 2025. And the unanimous three-judge panel held that Illinois' firearm concealed carry law was constitutional. That law forbids the carrying of firearms on public transportation, with the only exception being unloaded and stored firearms. A violation is a misdemeanor punishable with up to 6 months incarceration for the first offense, and then increasing penalties for multiple offenses. The plaintiffs argued that this restriction was inconsistent with the Second Amendment. The district court agreed with the plaintiff, but the Seventh Circuit, in a unanimous opinion, overruled the district court and upheld the constitutionality of this law. And the Seventh Circuit, very importantly, looked at the history and tradition of firearm regulation and found that the history supports very strict limitations on the possession of firearms in crowded places, such as schools, churches, cemeteries, stadiums, courthouses, and the like. And that includes public transportation. And that should include university campuses. It should include any place where lots of people congregate. And the Seventh Circuit opinion is good news. On a day of tragedy, we see at least some courts are beginning to recognize the need for logical, rational gun control. And so if there's a lesson to be learned from today's tragedy, it's the gun, stupid.